What's going on, y'all? Listen, and I hope this video is not too long because I really don't have time for it. I really, because sometimes you just gotta not pay attention to what everybody else is saying and everybody else is hyping up. And I know it's probably gonna be some people that watch this and it's gonna be like, Ashley, what? I liked it, or you didn't like the ending of it and all that stuff. Girl, okay. You know what? I've been seeing for the past couple of weeks or so, people like, oh my God, have you watched Saltburn? Saltburn, what is this that I'm watching? And oh no, what just happened? Did this just happen? So of course, when you get all of that and people having these type of, and plus I gotta finish putting I just got a chair, for my living room and gotta put it together. So handy dandy. But anyway, I'm just sitting here like, okay, I finally got some time. Let me go ahead and watch it because I had a day off. And I was like, let me just go ahead and watch this movie just to see what the hype is really about. And when I say the most boring stuff I've seen in a while, the most boringest movie I've seen in a while. This movie, Saltburn, was 2 hours and 11 minutes. Take away the credits and all of that, 2 hours, okay? 2 hours and probably 5 minutes. Baby, 2 hours I won't get back, okay? 2 hours I will not get back, and I'm just really frustrated at that because when I say I had to check the time because it felt like the movie was going on way longer than what I had already watched. It felt like I had already watched a good 2 hours and 30 minutes already into the movie. I click on it and it said, girl, we only 40 minutes in. I said, what? 40 minutes in? 40 minutes in? That's it? Oh my God. It drank me. It drank me. Okay. And again, it's one of those, it's a UK movie, I would say, meaning that they have like a British accent or whatever. And usually I can't, sometimes it bothers me, but that didn't even bother me, okay? This movie took too long to get to the point of what the movie was about. And even at the end, I still don't 100% understand why the things happen the way that they happen. I get the whole moral of, trying to earn is here. Okay. I get trying to, I'm sorry, my sister had just sent me a message. She got a little, girl, anyway, that ain't even none of y'all business. Y'all don't care about that. I get trying to basically give people who seem to have it all and be born into wealth, have wealth inherited, passed down or whatever, and sock it to them, okay? Compared to people who had to actually work for their money, who are modest people. It felt very classist. It felt very elitist to a certain extent. And, the guy, Oliver, he basically sought out these people to take them down. And I'm just sitting here like, what? Now, like I said, I can understand trying to, humble somebody that think they a little bit more than what they are. And, it would probably make a person like me or you feel some type of way when we see people who are literally just skating through life and they don't really have to work for nothing because everything is passed down to them. And we literally see them squandering stuff, and just coasting through life and everything's handed to them. And the part that I didn't get is, how the heck did Felix, okay, let's just get there. So the movie takes place at Oxford University, okay? You got this guy named Oliver. He's coming in, right? New student. He's the class of 2006. We saw the banner on the opening day. Baby, he was coming in looking like Harry Potter, okay? Somebody even said, nice jacket. I said, why is he dressed like that? Everybody else is dressed, regularly. casual, I should say, but he dressed literally like Harry Potter. I said, where's your wand? Okay, where is Ron, Hermione, and Harry at? That's what I was feeling. Man, y'all, I ain't never seen Harry Potter, never read it, and have no desire to, but I know those basic people names. Okay, but anyway, I was just like, oh, all right. And then he becomes fixated on this one particular guy, and his name is Felix, and most of us know him from, or at least I do, from Euphoria. The dude, the douchebag from Euphoria. You know what I'm saying? And he was in that Priscilla movie that just recently came out and left. That's talking about Priscilla Presley and all that stuff. So you got that going on, and I'm sitting here like, oh, he could act, because I don't know whether or not he American or not, because baby, that accent was really good. I said, now, if you really American with a British accent, you doing it really well. Now, if you British with an American accent on Euphoria, baby, you did it really well. Either way, you are a good actor, okay? I said, wait, I didn't realize that he really was that much of a good actor. Okay, I give him props. Now, let me just say this. Everybody in the movie acted their ass off. That's not the problem with it. Everybody in the movie did a really, really good job. It was giving me a light Euphoria in a sense that it was like, people just had no care in the world. Okay? But it was the storyline. It was the plot. It was the pacing. I just felt like it just moved along way too slow. It was dragging out, and it didn't really need to drag out. And again, I'm still left to wondering, what was the point of all this? Okay, because if I'm going to go through all of this too and put my sight on a certain family, I'm going to think like maybe they did something, or you knew about them and that's how come you sought them out. Because this was a plan that went on for, I'm going to guess, a couple of years or so. Because what? And he only did it to one particular family. Now, if y'all ain't seen Saltburn, it's on Prime Video. And before I get deep into it, if you ain't seen it, you don't want no spoilers, please click off. Click off. Y'all, I just drank a sip of Red Bull, so don't worry about it. Mind you, it's late and I shouldn't even be drinking it anyway. But yeah, I was just like, okay. So he comes in, and you could tell that he's probably one of those. I thought he was like a nerd, you know what I'm saying? The ones that they try to make to seem like a nerd or whatever. And I was just like, okay. So you could tell that, Felix and his crew of people, and then you got Freyla, the black multiracial, what is he, biracial, whatever. He's related to Felix. We're just gonna say they cousins, okay? Him and his crew, right? It's almost like they're the popular kids in Oxford University. And I said, oh, okay, so we doing this. And when I guess they had like the opening dinner or luncheon or whatever it was, we see Oliver sit down at the table, and the dude that he sat down in front of, that man said, he liked math or something like that. Give me a problem. Give me a number. Give me an equation. Oliver was like, I ain't got time for this. Give me the equation. I said, now see, Oliver, what you should have did right then and there, you should have got your ass up and you should have just walked away. Because one thing about it, two things for sure, you not finna holler at me and I don't even know you. I'm surprised Oliver didn't put him on his list, okay? Because, no, we're not finna do that. On the first day, I don't even know you. This is my first time seeing you. You gonna cuss me out? And if I give you this number to equate and come down with, how do I know that you're giving me the right answer? I ain't got no calculator, because he did say he gave him a big number and he told him the answer right away. Did I go look it up and see if he was correct? Absolutely not, because I just didn't care. But I'm sitting here like, you got it. And then he kept on following him around, because I guess he seen or think that, Oliver is the new kid. He ain't got no friend. And so therefore, let me latch on to him, because he also had no friends. They had a party for the college kids, and it was only invite only, and he didn't get invited. Dude didn't get invited. He finally go down to the pub, and he wound up being invited over there to kick it with Felix and them, because one day, they was riding the bikes, and we saw that Felix's bike was messed up, and Oliver stopped and helped him out, let him borrow his bike or whatever, and he was like, cool. So ever since then, they've been cool like that. And I felt bad for Mr. Math Guy at first, at this moment, because you could tell that he's socially awkward. That's probably why he did what he did. He's socially awkward, and he thought he probably could have he see another socially awkward person because Oliver really wasn't saying nothing. He was giving very much introverted tease or whatever, from an introvert to another introvert. I can tell you these. And so, when he was at that pub and he went to the bathroom or something, he came back and he saw him over there with Felix and them, and he just looked at him and he just walked away. And that was like probably the last time we seen him with Oliver. And I felt kind of bad because one thing about it is, regardless of how annoying he probably was, he was being a friend to him and being like an associate to him or whatever. And as soon as the popular person that you really wanted to be around include you in, you dump him. I don't like people like that. So Oliver was on my shit list from the beginning, right then and there, the way that he treated Mr. Math Guy, right? And so after that, he was just giving me weird tease like, why won't you say nothing? Could you loosen up a little bit, And the whole time, like when the movie started off at one point, he was like, I love Felix. Was I in love with him? I wouldn't necessarily say I was in love with him. And then at the end, they'd be like, I love Felix. I loved him. But was I in love with him, even though everyone would possibly think or want to think that I was in love with him? I wasn't in love with him. I'm like, is he at a therapy section telling the therapist this? What is going on? And they set it up for that to make you think like it's going to be some type of love affair that's about to happen. Because I thought some gay stuff was about to happen. I was about to be peaked, okay? And y'all know I love me a little bit of okay? And I just like, no, it didn't happen. And I was really let down. That's part of the reason why I was let down. I am not going to lie to y'all. I really thought they was going to be up in that boning, okay? I really did. I wanted to know who was top and who was bottom. Y'all verse, And it just didn't give me that. It was a whole bunch of homoerotic stuff that was going on in here. And they was playing around with each other. Because it felt like he liked him and he liked him as well. Felix and Oliver, they liked each other. But it just never got to that point. Okay? Because I was like, what type of game is y'all playing? Are you really just trying to be friends with this man? Or are you really trying to get into this man's pants? Or have him in yours? Like, which one is going on? It never happened, right? So now we see him being, integrated into Felix group at school at Oxford. And then this is where we see the class distinction and how some of the people really felt about him. They had this little situation or little get together that was gonna happen, and I guess it was assigned seating or something like that. And Felix was talking to this girl and was like, "So who we gonna sit by? Oliver. Who Oliver gonna sit by?" And it was like, "Don't nobody want to sit by Oliver." And I was like, "Why?" It was like, because don't nobody like Oliver like that, and it's because he's a scholarship kid. I said, "Oh my god." Oh my God! So you finna get upset and you treating him bad or whatever, trying to ice him out a little bit just because he came there on scholarship, bitch? What? I would rather come on scholarship, which means I ain't gotta pay nothing back. I just gotta get good grades. Then the family got to use money that they could possibly use on something else. That's the way I think about it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because of where I come from. But I said, wow, because he got scholarship. I mean, we all at Oxford, okay? And again, that's the classist stuff that goes on. And the elitism, And I was just like, ew, that's disgusting. And so I guess that was foreshadowing a little bit. But at the end of the day, Felix actually had Oliver back. When he needed something, he was there. Oliver told him that his daddy died, fell on the concrete, busted his head open or whatever because he was drunk. Said it was addiction running throughout his whole family. And that's why he didn't want to talk to his mom. He didn't want to talk to his daddy because he just grew up in a crazy household. Okay, fine. And he's telling these stories and it's like reeling Felix in more and more and more to feel bad for him. So when it comes time to like have it so that they go home for the summer for the next year and all that stuff, he don't have no place to go according to Oliver. So Felix was like, come on over to Saltburn. Saltburn is this big ass castle, right? And I said, ooh, what? Ooh, what? Okay, and like I said, remember I said the biracial guy, what's his name? Farley, whatever, we're gonna just call him Far. Okay, Listen, he was not here for Oliver from the jump. And you want to know what I'm surprised by? I'm surprised that he made it throughout the whole movie. Given everything that was going on, I'm really surprised that he made it throughout the whole movie, because I just feel as though, like, at one point, I don't know if that his sister, I believe it was his sister, Venetia, whatever, Vanetta, either way, V, we're gonna call her V. She said he more spoiled than us. And he ain't even really, he a cousin. He cousin, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, okay. But he's American, because his mama is from the UK or from England or where they're at. And she left because she went to Oxford at one point, and she left, like, I think around 19, and she went to America, and I guess that's where she found his daddy, and she got pregnant, gave birth out there, raised him out there, but then he had come out there, to visit his family, whatever. I guess that's what's going on, because he had an American accent too. You got that happening, and he just really wasn't here for him. He wasn't here for him the whole time. And I thought when I was watching it, like, maybe he just hating because there's some new person coming in, taking Felix attention, and you feel some type of way about it. But we realized exactly what it was towards the end. I was like, oh, you had every right to feel the way that you felt, okay? And so he let him come to the castle, and it damn near was like a halfway house, because the way Felix was making it seem was like, oh yeah, my mama, she let anybody come up in there. They don't care. You can stay as long as you want, because there was already this girl, Pam, that was there. And at one point, they were okay with her being there, but then they got tired of her. And I don't know if that was Oliver putting ideas up in the mama head to finally get Pamela out. Pamela left for a good... Pamela probably wasn't gone for a good month before they said Pamela died. I said, wait a minute, what? She just left the house and now you trying to tell us that she gone? Oh, because she was like, I got to go to London for her funeral. I said, wait a minute, what? Hold on, what happened? They just glossed over that. I needed to understand that. But then again, when you look at Pamela, she's a little bit flighty, and it looked like she got a little issues anyway. So it really wasn't far-fetched. The daddy don't look like he's supposed to be with the mama, okay? And because the mama look way younger than the daddy. But they're so loony like, okay? They sitting there looking at, I think it was Super Bad. They was looking at Super Bad and everything, and they're just busting up laughing. Looking at American movies and all that. I'm just like, it was weird. Okay, the way that you just let somebody come up into your home and stay, and you know absolutely nothing about them. You never had a previous conversation with them. You probably never even seen how they look or whatever, and you just let them stay in your house, and you providing them with everything. That's some rich people stuff that black folks don't do. I'm just saying, okay, we got at least, hello, how are you? Oh, okay, cool. Give me a minute and let me see if I can accommodate you or whatever. And it's probably going to take a few days or whatever. But baby, we don't feel comfortable letting people stay up in our house like that. Girl, I said, what? What is this? This was really weird. And dressing up for dinner every night. Girl, you could dismiss me with that. I guess that's British etiquette. I just can't do that shit. Okay? I mean, the castle was historic though. They're talking about King Henry VIII. Richard III and all these people that was living up in there, Shakespeare and all that stuff. I said, oh, so y'all descended from these people or something or whatever. You made a point to point that out. But either way, I'm just gonna get to some points in here where it tripped me out, because like I said, the movie was boring for the whole time until it got to like the last 20 minutes or so of the movie, and I was just sitting there like, so we had to go through all of this just to get to here where stuff actually kind of picked up, and we was like, girl, what? So there was this one part where Felix and Oliver, they have rooms right by each other to the point where they have to share a bathroom. At one point, like I said, Oliver kept looking at Felix. Oliver kept wanting to be around Felix and all this stuff. It's just really weird how he was moving like a little sick puppy, And at one point, you hear some groaning and moaning. He goes, look, Felix is in the bathtub. He's taking a bath, but he's also masturbating, right? And so he's just watching. And I'm just sitting here like, so are you going to go in there and join him or whatever? I was really confused, right? No. He waits until he leaves. He drains the tub of the bath water. And as the bath water is going out, when it gets to the real low point, he's inside the tub. He bends down. He's putting his face in it. He's licking it. He's slurping it. And then he licks the drain. Because this bath water has his semen in it. And I'm not talking about Oliver's. I'm talking about Felix's. And I said, what the psychotic is going on? I said, so you are in love with him. You do want him. That's why you doing it. That's the only thing that made sense to me, right? At one point, then I'm thinking that he's gay. It's a possibility he could be bisexual, or he could be one of those people that's like pansexual, or just I do what I want, when I want, how I want, or when it benefits me in whatever scheme it is that I'm trying to get through, because next thing you know, he's outside and I'm like, he's escalating. He's getting comfortable, because when we first saw him, he was so tight-laced and, just not so loose. He was just so stiff and so strict. Now he's loose, okay? Now we hear him out there talking to V, and V, he was like, girl, you walking out here with your see-through nightgown on and all this stuff. She was like, this my place. I can go anywhere I want to. And you just so happen to be walking underneath my window with your see-through nightgown. Now, see, they going through all of this, and I'm listening to the tone of the voice, and I'm like, y'all about to do it right here? But then she was like, nah, girl, because listen, I'm on my cycle. And I said, please, take your ass back in the house, okay? And if you're on your cycle, why you got this nightgown on like this or whatever? He said, a period ain't stopping nothing. And I said, wait a minute. He ain't say those words, but that's basically what he said. I said, excuse me, please tell me you're not about to do what you're finna do. He finger banged her, pulled the finger out. The essence of the period is on his hand. He licks it, puts it in her mouth, do some more, takes it out, smear it on her. Now, I know people that have sex during their cycles or whatever, but to actually give oral sex give cunnilingus to a woman while she's on her cycle, that is something that I will never be down with. Baby, I don't like it when I'm on... Granted, you do be a little bit, especially right before your cycle comes, like you just ready to go, okay? You horny as hell. But... I would just feel dirty. I would just feel dirty and so unclean, my cycle. I just really would. And I'm lesbian. I'm not finna get down there and slurp you up. I'm not finna. If I wanted something red, a cold red drink, baby, I go get some fruit punch. I'm not finna get something that tastes like iron and probably smell like it too, girl. I ain't got time for that. I said, are you serious? Now that's the part that I was just sitting there looking like this. The part where he slurped the semen bath water, I was just looking like, okay, now come on. This is where everybody was just so... but it was that part that really got me when they was planning. I mean, you painting her with her own menstrual cycle. You painting her with her uterine lining. I said, what is this? I said, all right, imagine this all happens within the first hour. And I said, well, if this is what the people was talking about, we still got an hour left of this movie. What else is about to happen? Okay, what else is about to happen? Baby, we went through this whole thing, and I'm just going to fast forward. The cousin... He done told Felix that they was out there playing games with each other. Felix is getting jealous. You my friend. I said, now hold on. You getting jealous that he finger banged V, but you weren't giving him no nookie or nothing either. So what's the problem? Yeah, excuse me. You didn't say y'all was in a relationship or whatever. Like, what's going on with that? And it was really, really weird. First of all, one other weird part was when they was up in that field, and they was like, no clothes, no clothes. You can't come over here. You can't be up in this field with clothes on. And at one point, I'm sitting here like, okay, this is all right. But then I had to remember, y'all family, and y'all laying in the field next to each other, bucket ass naked. We're not kids. We're not babies where we used to take baths together. Okay, the parents used to make us take baths together. We're not that age. Y'all grown as hell. That's weird. I don't want to see your genitalia. Okay, like, no, no, no. But then, he go confront Fila, or what's his name? Fee. We gonna call him Fee. We call him Far. We gonna call him Fee. The cousin. And basically, told him, why did you tell Felix what was going on? Blah, blah, blah. Because he peeped game. Girl, at one point, dude came up into his bedroom while he was in there asleep on his back and straddled him. Now, y'all, if you saw the movie, please tell me, did he insert himself into the cousin, or did he have the cousin insert himself into him? Because the cousin, he was doing some things to that cousin. He said, say it. Say no. Say no. Or say you'll behave. No, I won't behave. Say you behave. No, I won't behave. And then all of a sudden, he spit. And I know you use spit for lube, so I'm sitting here like, now is he using spit for lube to lube up his dingling, or is he lubing up his butthole? Which one is it? I'm sorry to be a little vulgar, but I'm just asking questions. Somebody tell me. Either way, I'm cool with it. Okay, because y'all know I like stuff. But I'm just like, what? And then he said, yes, I'll behave. But then all of a sudden, the cousin had to leave because they tried to make it seem like the cousin tried to take something or whatever. And kind of find out that was Oliver setting him up. And as I look at it now, I feel like Oliver was setting him up to leave so he won't have to be a part of all this stuff. And I feel like even though dude was not liking him like that, and he was peeping that something was off about him, I think he spared him because he was also basically suffering, and he had to beg at one point to get some things or whatever, because they said something about a begging bowl. So he related a little bit to him as well, to Oliver as well, because things necessarily wasn't handed to them as well, also as much as it was they was inherited by, like Felix and his sister, they born into that stuff. The cousin, he was semi-born into it, but they had to go into a whole bunch of loops and holes and all this stuff just to get to what they need, and begging these people and all that stuff. So I feel like he was sparing him, right? Girl, next thing you know, mind you, they was finna throw him a birthday party. I'm talking about Oliver. Felix decided to take him on a road trip to visit his mama. Mind you, he had not talked to his mama in a while. He already said the mama was a crackhead. The mama was on drugs. The daddy was this. They used to be dealing. They used to be doing this and all this stuff. The daddy is dead, right? That's what everybody thought. Girl, Felix found the mama. And when they pulled up to the house in the neighborhood, Felix like, this is a nice house. Now, the whole time, Oliver was like, no, we don't need to go. We don't need to go. We don't need to go. Like, he is persistent in trying to say, no, we don't need to. And Felix was just like, no, we're going to. And I'm like, what's happening? So, baby, we pulled up to the house. And right then, I realized this motherfucker been lying. And I figured it out right then and there. He been lying about the whole thing. The daddy was not dead. They were not on drugs. The daddy is not an alcoholic. The mother is not an alcoholic. The mother and the daddy don't do nothing like that. They're decent, regular human beings with regular jobs, and they live a good life for a family. And not only that, we found out that he has siblings. The way that he told Felix and them, and he's like the only child. I was so over. Felix is just sitting there soaking it all in. And Oliver was trying to leave, but Felix said, no, we'll stay. And of course, Felix was pissed off, and he said, you know what, when they was on their way back, we'll have your birthday party because it's too late to, end it, like cancel it because it's right here on the day that's going to come up. The party's about to happen in a couple hours. But afterwards, you're going to leave. And Oliver said, just don't tell nobody. He said, I'm not going to tell nobody, okay? And my whole thing is, they're throwing him a birthday party, and no one is there that actually knows him. The only people that know him is Felix and his family, and they barely know him. And so it was really, really awkward. And he should feel he should have felt something when they were singing happy birthday to him and they didn't even know his name. They said, shit, I forgot his name already. I said, damn. Okay. Now, at one point, we see Felix finna get it in with this girl, and it was like they got this labyrinth maze or whatever, and it was at the statue in there, and Oliver was trying to talk to him. Oliver was trying to talk to him earlier. Oliver was trying to talk to him at that point, and he told him to leave. Next thing you know, we see Felix throwing up and all that stuff. Okay, whatever. After all of that, they wake up and they looking for Felix the next day. They can't find him. They looking in the water and all this stuff. Oliver wakes up. He's stumbling out and he looking over the balcony like, what's going on? Just looking at the mess and all this stuff. Girl, the mama then found Felix out there dead at the statue where Oliver left him. I said, Oliver killed him. I said, this man that killed him. Now, how he do it? He wasn't stabbed up or whatever. How did he do it? They had a funeral for him, and it was so crazy the way that they was reacting to it. They did not cry. Well, they was crying, but they was like, we need to go in and have lunch. They were in shock, right? And the cousin was like, I mean, do y'all get how we supposed to just sit here and eat lunch or whatever? And dude just died because the police was there and all that stuff, and it was crazy. And then he asking, why the hell is Oliver still here? And at this point, Oliver flipped it on him and said, I would feel some type of way too if I knew that I was up here sniffing lines through the party while my cousin is over here dying. I said, what? What? Because if you go back and you watch when it was at the party, he was doing coke, okay? He was doing some drugs. And so his uncle was like, what? You was doing what? And he told his mans, go search his room. And he was scared because he knew he had some stuff in there. He was like, you know what? Get your shit and you leave. And don't ever come back. You're cut off from everything forever. And I said, oh my goodness, he get them cut off. So in a sense, I feel like this was Oliver's get back at old boy. Even though he trying to help him by not, taking his life, because that's exactly what he did to everybody else. He still got him in the end by saying you cut off from everything. So no more handouts. You're going to have to go work for what you got. For real this time. And so he just left, and that was the last time we seen him. But then after that, we seen him throw a rock down there for Felix. And then later on, we see the mama didn't want Oliver to leave, okay? But then we see that the sister, she was in the bed, in the tub. And she basically called Oliver out about his bullshit. It was like, baby, we don't know you. How come you up here acting like you care so much and you only known Felix for 6 months or whatever? I was like, I mean, that's okay. I get it, but you can still feel some type of way. Baby, the other part that got me before this part was when they went to the burial site. First of all, I said, y'all coffins are very minimal, normalistic type of thing. It ain't gaudy or nothing. It just looked like a pine box with a little furnish on top. That's just what it looked like. But hey, okay. They put him in a grave. It's raining outside. Nobody else is there. Oliver lays on that grave. The mound of dirt on the grave, right in front of the cross. And y'all got mad at Nas X and all that shit. What y'all feel about this? That was a cross right there. I don't care what nobody say. That was a cross. Okay, before the headstone could get there, they put a freaking cross. And he is laying on that mound of mud, mound of dirt, where the damn body is in the casket underneath. And he's crying on it. He stands up, pulls his shirt off, and lays on there bare-chested. I said, okay, fine. This is a little weird, but all right. And in the back of my mind, I said, at least he didn't do what I thought he was about to do. And I spoke a little bit too soon. Because next thing you know, he gets up and he unzips his pants. And he basically fucks the mound of dirt. know what? Nothing's sacred anymore. I'm just gonna say that. All right. Weird. I said, who does this? Okay. And then when the sister in the tub just telling his ass off, next thing you know, we see that she is in the tub full of bloody water. Why? Because she, quote unquote, according to Oliver, she couldn't take the fact that, Felix wasn't there with her. And Felix and her gave incest vibes. I'm just saying, the whole family just gave incest vibes. I'm just telling y'all that. It was like everybody was doing everybody. Because remember when Oliver first came to their house and Felix was giving him a tour, Felix said, "Oh, this is where I accidentally banged my cousin over here." I said, "Now, how do you accidentally do that? And why would you tell somebody that?" I said, "Oh, okay." Girl, he said that, she couldn't live without him. And so basically trying to make it seem like, oh, girl took her own life. They threw a rock with her name, a pebble with her name into the river where they was at too, right? Next thing you know, the daddy told him to leave. The daddy said, "You gotta go." He paid him to leave, okay? Got his little money. We ain't seen him. We don't know the time frame of how long it was. But next thing you know, we seen him looking at, and I'm talking about Oliver looking at a newspaper clipping, and it's in the obituary section, and it said that old boy dead. And that's the daddy, Sir James. And I said, huh? Now, how did he die? I couldn't read the print to see how it died, but he at the coffee shop, and the mama, what's her name, Epstein or whatever, she just so happened to be there, and she recognized him and was like, "Oh my God, you're so big, you're so grown, okay, whatever." So I'm like, well, damn, how long has it been? And you want to know what bothered me about the actor that played Oliver? He looks young and old at the same time. Am I the only one that saw that? He got the face that looked young and old. He's not a bad looking person. He just looked young and old at the same time. I was just really confused by it. So she talking and basically saying, yeah, dude, he finally passed. It's about time. It was like she was waiting for him to go because he was hanging on and all this stuff. She said she got her a flat around the corner or whatever. And I said, oh, how convenient that you got a flat and he just so happened to be at this coffee house knowing that he was going to run into you. I said all of this was calculated. And then so basically she wound up having him come over there to Saltburn with her, right? And I'm like, so did they get married or something? And I know when it came down to it, he was basically telling her all of this stuff. That's who he was talking to at the beginning when he said, "I love Felix, but was I in love with him? No. In actuality, I hated y'all asses." And I said, wait a minute, what? And then they pan down and we see the mama is laying in the bed comatose with tubes and stuff helping her to breathe and to live. And I said, what the fuck did he do to her? They go back and they just show that, he set all this up. He didn't like the way that they was living. He didn't like these haughty ass people, squandering stuff. And of course it was a class thing, okay? Like I was saying. And, he wanted to humble them. And my whole thing is, this mama, she was being good to him the whole time. Never judged him for anything, right? So why take her out, okay? Because he killed the whole family. He had Sir James, Pebble, at the end, the whole family. He took the whole family out. So he did the daughter in the bathtub. He poisoned Felix when he was drinking that wine or whatever that night. And then whatever he did to the mama, he put her ass in a wheelchair, comatose her ass, and then pulled the plug. Mind you, this is after, I guess, she done signed, made him the beneficiary of all of her stuff. Bitch, what? Was the dick that good, ma'am? Obviously, because you ain't had no, compared to, I'm pretty sure, because your husband was not looking like he was giving it to you at all, And I was just really confused, because when I seen that girl come out there earlier, when I told y'all they was, banging on her period, I thought that was going to be the mama. Because they was giving vibes and feeling like they was finna get with each other. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, so what the point was this? What was the purpose? And I get it that he hated them because of the way that they lived and the squandering of the money and everything. But I'm still confused as to what exactly he did this as if they did something personally to him. And it's like, As soon as he got to Oxford, he set his eyes on Felix. And it's like, what's the whole purpose for you going to Oxford was to find Felix, trap him up, and to do all of this. And have you done this before? And again, when I said that he has that old young look, what was his real age? Because if he was really not the age that he's supposed to be, I'm wondering if he did this before. I'm just really confused. I was left confused as shit. And then I didn't need to see that ending part. I really didn't need to see that ending part. It was dangling just flying everywhere. And I was just like, oh my God, put your clothes on, sir. Like, you girls probably like it. I was sitting there like, no. This is too much. This is too much. I said, just wiped out the whole family for what? To do cocaine on a mirror in the castle by yourself? That is a lonely existence. Okay, lonely. Who's gonna be there? Who's gonna be there? You're there by yourself. Anyway, Saltburn, it just really did not tickle my fancy at all. The plot at the end, the twist at the end, it really wasn't a get you gotcha for me because I was left confused, okay? Because I kind of figured it out once Felix figured out about his family. I said, oh yeah, he playing them. So basically, dude mental? Is that what it is? He mental? I don't know, y'all. Y'all tell me. I didn't like the movie. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd give it a 2. I'd give it a 2 only because of the ending. Because if it wasn't for the ending, I would have just gave it a 0. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all felt about it. I know people probably gonna have mixed, probably different views for me, but no, girl. No. I'll see you guys later. Peace.